I have marinated some beef shank, and I am going to make kind of a type of a stew, not too watery, just kind of thick um, goulash, maybe we can call it. But there's 3 pieces of beef shank here. I marinate them with 1 onion, and the spices are Garamasala, some cayenne, and some coriander. So I put about a tablespoon of that, and a tablespoon of coriander, and half a teaspoon of the cayenne. What I will start with is my cloves of garlic. So I will chop them very little. I'm going to do them here. And then when I'm ready, I'll take him to the pot. So there won't be too much back and forth on the video. Since I watched one of my videos, it's a little bit distracting when I do that. And I also have ginger. I'm going to do about that much. A small piece of ginger. I make ginger into tiny little pieces. You can do this in here too, on the board, but I'm used to using my hands so much. For me, it comes very natural to do that. I forget about it and do it all the time. And the same with the garlic. You can always do it on the board. Just small pieces. There we are. So we'll put the ginger and the garlic. I'm going to try to get few pieces of this onion also in there that is marinated, so I won't use another onion. That's just me. I like low budget food, but also at the same time tasty food. So I will put this mix. I already heat up the oil. I'm doing this so the oil won't burn. I just wanted the process to be faster, so I heat it up. Now I'm going to get some of the utensil you're using for the raw meat. Never use it for the cooked. So I'm going to use this fork for the raw. Then I'm going to put it for washing. After I also handle the meat. I don't mix raw and cooked. Never. The utensils have to be separate, and also the raw meat has to be in a separate spot in your kitchen, and even if it's in a bowl, still disinfect the spot after using it. It's just better be safe than sorry. So there we go. This is our onion. They have some seasonings on them. It doesn't take long for them to caramelize. Just get them light brown. Because of the seasoning, I won't caramelize them too long. I don't want to burn my seasoning. Now, I like to sear the meat always before I do anything. That makes it nice and juicy inside. So, lots of seasoning. And those two, the little baby one doesn't have any seasoning. I'll just take some of the big one. There we go. So this meat has a bone and it has a muscle. The bone marrow is extremely healthy for you. The muscle, just a nice piece of meat. I'm going to put the rest of these onions. And for searing, usually you need about a few minutes on each side. Just, you can watch the meat, look at it. Yeah, needs more. So you just have to watch things. I know people like to have minutes and seconds, but I cook with the way it looks. So that's easier to tell rather than watching the time. the same time, I'm going to cut, while they're searing, I'm going to cut the potatoes in half. You can do them in quart, but this is going to cook for a while, the meat, so I'm going to do them in half so they won't just disappear. I also have some pepper that I'm going to put there, and I won't cut them too small because they're going to cook so long, it's really, you won't see the same shape. Because this food is going to be cooking very slow and for a while. Because of the bone in the meat, you have to cook it longer to get it cooked fully, and even it has to be separating. Like when you take the meat should be separating from the bone. That's when you want it. Don't rush it. Don't eat raw meat. So that's why I won't be doing these too small, just enough. Then we're gonna have some tomatoes also there. This dish, I cooked it with the lamb. I have a lamb shoulder dish. It's almost the same, except here I'm using beef. It's gonna take a little bit longer than the lamb. The pieces are larger. I bought it in the farmer's market. There's a farmer that he raises his own cattle, and I feel much better purchasing from him, just helping local people. Okay, so now I'm going to check my meat to see what's doing. Much better. As you see, the color, it has a little bit of brown. So I'm going to flip it. Same with this one. See how pretty it looks. And the little one. And let these sear for a little bit longer. This dish is going to be cooked with the lid on the low heat. So first we start medium high, like 4, and then after it's seared, I have to put it on low because if I leave it like that, I'm going to have some burned meat, and I don't want that. Oops, some of the onion flipped over. So this is the time I'm going to lower it, put my peppers and tomatoes to create some juice. If you have more pepper, please go for it. You know, you don't have to just stick with a small pepper like I do. But if you're cooking on a budget, this is what I'm mainly showing. The potatoes I can add a little bit later. I'll let those juices work itself. I can put them right now, just like right on top. It won't hurt them at all. Because everything is going to cook very slow. It's going to take a while. There we go. If you have more than a couple people, you can put more potatoes, tomatoes. Everything can be doubled. Except the meat. I don't think we need that much meat. So I'll put the lid on and I'll come back to it when it's ready and I'll show you how it looks. Okay, this is what we have after cooking about 2 hours, I think. It's very, very tender, falling apart. As you see, the meat is falling apart. And you can serve it with some greens, green beans, any kind of vegetables for side vegetable. Enjoy cooking and have fun.